Hi, this is John again with video 2 of a 3-part video series on assessing your squat. In this video we're going to break down each dysfunction and look at what joint or which muscular imbalance might be causing that dysfunction. To help us diagnose this, what we're going to do is bring in a heel lift. For this heel lift we can use basically anything that gives you about a 2 to 3 inch lift off the ground with your heels. And what that's going to do, that's going to kind of take our ankle out of the equation. It's going to reduce the amount of dorsal flexion that we're going to need in our ankle. So if a lot of these dysfunctions clear up with the heel lift, we can kind of safely assume that the ankle might be the problem or the cause of a lot of the problem. So let's go ahead overhead again. Now let's start again. The first dysfunction is pronation. Pronation is going to always going to be down that hip or that ankle joint. So if they pronate on the ground, they're more likely going to pronate on the heel lift as well. And as you can see, the heels kind of rotate in, the arches collapse, and the distal part of the foot abducts out. The next one, valgus collapse of the knee. Again, the upper leg of the femur kind of rotate in, and the kneecaps travel immediately together. Now, if the valgus collapse corrects with the heel lift, as you can see, now the knees are traveling right in line. We can somewhat safely assume that the lack of ankle mobility or stability in the ankle is causing that problem. Now, the valgus collapse remains even with the heel lift. Now we're probably looking at lack of activity in the hip or the abductors of the leg. So let's turn to the side. The first dysfunction we're going to look at from the side is going to be forward body leaning. And again, forward body lean is going to be the somewhat vertical tibia or lower leg with that big pitch forward of the upper body. Now, if Caleb is still pitching forward with the heel lift, now we might be looking at somewhere on the posterior side, some lack of activity or strength in the posterior side of the leg, whether it's the back, glutes, or the hamstring. Now, if this forward body lean corrects with the heel lift, we can somewhat safely assume that the ankle or lack of ankle mobility is causing that dysfunction. The next dysfunction, which is going to be arms drop, and arms drop again is when the arms travel forward in front of the ear. This dysfunction now is going to primarily almost always be in the upper back and the scapular area. So if their arms drop on the ground, more than likely the arms are going to drop on the heel lift as well. The last one that we're going to look at from the side is going to be the heel lift or the heel raise. Again, as he squats down, he's going to shift his weight towards his toes and then back up. Now with this, the heel lift, very rarely will the heels actually come off the heel lift. The only time this is ever going to happen if you're really, really restricting the ankle. So more than likely the heels will remain on the lift with that one. So the last one from the back, we're going to look at that asymmetrical weight shift, where you're shifting weight to one hip or one foot to the other. So go ahead. Now if this asymmetrical weight shift is still appearing even with the heel lift, now we're probably looking at an SI joint problem or some lack of activity in one of the glutes. Now if this asymmetrical weight shift kind of really clears up with the heel lift, and again you can see butt's right in line with the heels, he's coming straight down. Now what we're looking at is probably an asymmetrical ankle mobility issue that's causing a little restriction in the knee travel, causing him to shift his weight to the side. So again, those are kind of the 6 main dysfunctions and the causes of those 6 main dysfunctions. In the final video, what we'll do is kind of go over some corrective exercises that will hopefully clear up these dysfunctions in the squat and have you moving a lot better.